Guys, so let's start the today's class. So in the previous class, we have discussed about the functions, and within the functions, so in the last class, we are discussing about the functions concept. Now, what are the functions we have discussed? What is function means? We are creating a shortcut for the program. Okay. So in a simple words, what is function? Function means they are called as shortcuts. Shortcuts for the programs. So what are the programs are there? For the programs you are going to create as a shortcut, because inside the function some lines of code will be there and that lines of code will be executed. So what are the programs are there? For the programs in a shortcut, just by using the heading def and function name, you are going to write the entire shortcut as the function. Now within the functions we are having so what this function will do. So functions are called as shortcut for the programs, and what functions will do is they will take some input. Okay, it will take input as the argument. If a function was created with no argument means it will not even take any kind of input also. If function was created with an argument means it will take some input. It will execute the code inside that. What are the code is there? It will execute the code, and finally it generates the output. It gives some output, So every function in the backend, some code will be written and it is going to execute that particular code. Now, this is the functions, and within the functions, what are the different types of functions we are having? Means the first function is called as inbuilt function and followed by user defined functions. One is inbuilt function, or which is also called as built-in function, either inbuilt or built-in functions. So you are having the inbuilt or built-in functions. And what are the inbuilt or built-in functions you are having? Okay. And second one is called as user-defined functions. User-defined functions. Inbuilt functions and user-defined functions. So inbuilt functions means it is going to be executed irrespective of any person. So user defined means it is going to be executed only in that particular laptop or in the desktop. So in that particular system only the function is executed means it is user defined functions. User are defining as per their requirements what are the functions are required. These are the two different functions which we have discussed. And as we know how to user defined functions. User defined functions only you are going to create. Inbuilt functions are not created by you. It is already created. Okay. So user defined functions you are going to create. First step is you are going to create them. Create the function. What are the functions are there? You are going to create the function, and later you are going to call the function. Call means nothing but you are going to use the function. Whereas inbuilt functions, just you are going to call the function only. It is not created. You are not going to create the inbuilt functions. They are already inbuilt. Just you are going to call them. Or call means nothing but use. Call is nothing but use. Create is nothing but define. Okay, you are going to use the function. Now, third type of function we are having is called as module functions. That is the third type. So in today's class, we are going to discuss this one, module functions. Okay. Now, what is meant by module functions means functions are stored inside the module. So you are going to create some functions, multiple functions, and all the functions you are going to store in them in the some module. Now, so let us take with an example. Within the user module functions, what is module functions means functions stored inside the module. Some functions are stored inside the functions are stored inside the module. So first you should know what is module. Okay. So the functions that are stored inside the module, what you are going to do means these functions, what are the module functions are there? These are not created. These functions has to be imported. Import the function. After importing the function, then use the function. First you have to import the function, later you have to use the function. So module functions are not like this. Okay, what is the difference between this user defined functions and module functions means user defined functions, you are going to create the function. In the module function, you are going to import the function. The function will be located somewhere, just you are going to import. And after you import, you can call, you can use or you can call them common, use the function. What are the function is there? So here you have to import. You have to import means first it has to be stored. So now I'm going to explain for you what is meant by modules. Second, I'll explain for you how to import the functions in the modules and what is module functions. We'll discuss in detail in the today's class. Now, the topic name is called as modules. Okay. Set of functions. Set of functions and set of functions and variables stored in a py file, stored in a py file is called as module. So module, what it has, what it will have, set of functions and variables stored inside the py file is called as module. Is the point is clear? Now, sir, with an example, here modules are also, we are having the two types of modules. One is called as user defined module. Types of modules. What are the different types of modules we are having? What are the different types of modules means? The first module is called as user defined module. Okay, first one is called as user defined module. Second one is called as inbuilt module. Two modules are there. Okay, now if I explain one of them, user defined module, automatically you'll understand easily the second one. Once you understand the user defined function, automatically you'll understand what function will do. Similarly, once you understand the modules, automatically you'll understand the remaining. Now see here, I'm creating one module of my choice. I am going to create means observe this one clearly. So here I'm going to create. So where you want to create means your choice. There is no rule that you have to write here only in this folder only. Whichever the folder you are interested, you can create one module. So here I'm going to create one module like this. In this folder, I'm going to create one module. What is meant by module means just I'm going to take one notepad file. Okay, this is the notepad file. In this notepad file, I'm going to create this one function. What is the code to create the function means def. I'm going to write the function name is called as add. Okay, and it is going to take two arguments a comma b, and it is going to do the c is equal to a plus b and return the c. This is the code. One function. Second function number 2, sub. It is going to take two arguments a comma b and c is equal to a minus b, and it is going to return the c value. Next, I'm going to create the third function called as mul. In this, I'm going to take again two arguments a comma b is equal to 5, means some default argument. I'm going to take some default argument also, and c is equal to a into b and return c. Total three functions. And I'm also assigning some variable. X is equal to 90, y is equal to 50. Okay, y is equal to 50 and z is equal to some 19, some numbers. Okay, now in this notepad, how many functions and how many variables are there means three functions and three variables. It is not compulsory some same number of functions and same number of variables. You can keep the even 20 functions also. Let us create one more function, def division. Okay, a comma b and c is equal to a by b and return c. Now in this total now 4 functions are there. Okay, 4 functions. I'm going to click on the save as. Instead of clicking on the save, I'm clicking on save as. Sir, why you can't click on the save? If I click on the save, it will be saved as notepad file. I don't want to save it as notepad file. I'm going to click on the save as, and where I'm going to save means, observe this one, in the D drive, in my laptop D drive, within the D drive data analytics folder. In this folder, I'm going to store this file, and what is the name I'm going to give means srk underscore m. Okay, where m is module dot py. What is the name of this? srk underscore m is the name, and I click on the save. Now can you see here, srk underscore m py file was created. What is py file means? Python file. Is the point is clear? Sir, the same thing I can't create in the Jupyter notebook. In the Jupyter notebook, if you click on the save, it will be saved as .ipnb file. It should not be .ipnb file. For example, you are following visual code, or you are doing in the Spider. Directly in the Spider, whatever you click on the save as. So in this particular Python file, functions are there. We have not called them. We have created them. We created them, but we are not calling them. Did I call anywhere? By any using any values? No, I have not called them. I have created. Just I have created. Okay. Now in this, only the functions, created functions are there, created variables are there. Is the point is clear? And this is the module. This is only called as module. As I've told you, what is meant by module? A set of functions and variables stored in the py file is called as module. What is the name of this particular module, guys? What is the name? srk underscore m is the name. Now inside this, some functions are there. Now I want to use those functions. I want to use those functions. For example, so here, observe this one. I'm going to take a new file, complete Python file. Now I'm going to add 2, 3. Now if I execute, it is going to throw the error. It is asking what is this add. I only created now. Just now I have created, right? Add, what is add function? A comma b, c is equal to a plus b. But why it is not doing this? Because it is not the user defined. It is checking this one. Either it should be a, out of 3, one of them. Either it should be a module function, user defined function, or inbuilt function. First it will check as a inbuilt function, whether it is an inbuilt function. No. How the Python knows it is an inbuilt function means, here it was not converted to green color now. Inbuilt functions like id, this one is in the green color. This is in the green color. This is in the green color. Like this, which are the inbuilt functions are there? They are representing in one way. Why add is not represented in that way means because it is not the inbuilt function. Just if I write one word, and after writing one word x, y, z, and after that if I write the bracket means it is a function. No, na. So by writing any one word and just adding the brackets and it is called as your inbuilt function means no. Inbuilt functions are separate. Right? So here add also, it is not an inbuilt function. Then what it is going to be? Either user defined or module should be there. It is a user defined means you have not defined. In this entire Jupyter notebook, have you created any user defined till now? No, you have not defined the user defined functions. So it is not a user defined. It should be a module function. Have you imported? No, you don't know what is import also. So we have not imported. So that is the reason it is throwing the error. Now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to import the module. What is the module name? Import srk underscore m. That is the module name. I'm going to import srk underscore m. Now what is the error it is throwing? Module not found error. Why it is throwing that module not found error? Because that module is not available. It is saying that that module is not available. Just now only I have created now. Why it is saying not available? Because it is checking in the working directory. Where it is checking? In the working directory. What is a working directory? Means this is the Jupyter notebook. Wherever my Jupyter notebook is located, that particular folder is called as working directory. In my entire laptop, somewhere it will be located. Now, some of the students, okay, if I ask them, hey, where is your Jupyter notebook is there, miss? They are showing the Jupyter notebook is sir, here, sir. Jupyter notebook is here, sir. Something they are showing like this. Not here. In your laptop, where it is located? Not here. In your laptop, where this one is located. For example, I am going to give the Jupyter notebook name, some name. Let us give the Jupyter notebook name as 10/03 2025. This is the Jupyter notebook name. Okay. So here the Jupyter notebook is available. Here it is available. Okay. What are the 10/03 2025.ipnb file? It is available here. In your laptop, where it is available? It is somewhere available in your laptop now. Where it is located in your laptop. So if you open that one, so here D, within the D drive, data science, course, core Python, in that Jupyter notebooks. See, here my file is located. In my case, what is the path? This is the path. Where my Jupyter notebook is located means here. Can you see? Just now I have created Jupyter notebook in front of you only. So this file is available in my laptop here. Right? Now this particular folder, this entire folder is there now. This folder only is called as working directory. Okay, this particular folder only is called as working directory. So here, what are the files are there? This is working directory. In this srk._m is available? No. Since it is not available, it is throwing the error. Now to solve this problem, we are having two options. Two options are available. First, I'll show you the easiest option. Second, I'll show you the second option also. Both of them are easy. Both of them basically easy, out of which still more easy is wherever your module you have created. Somewhere you have created your module, right? Now you have created the module here. This is your module, right? Copy this one and paste in your working directory. Now your Jupyter notebook and the module both are in the same folder. That one and this one both are in the same folder, and just now execute this one. Import srk_m. Okay. Now, so it is throwing the error. So within the srk._m, where is this? So here I have missed the colon. Okay. Now, just I am going to import the srk_m. It is working. Clear? So just you have to copy the module into your working directory. What is working directory first? Here you have to understand one concept. What is working directory? Working directory means where your Jupyter notebook is located. That particular file is called as working directory. That particular folder. The folder which contains your present Python file. That particular folder is called as working directory. Now, if you want to see where your working directory is there, what is your working directory if you want to see, where your file is located if you want to see, then you can write here simply pwd. pwd means present working directory, means present my Jupyter notebook where it is located. Okay, where it is located? In the D drive, in that data science folder, within that course, within that core Python, inside that Jupyter notebook folder. So this is the one. Can you see here? I'm opening. What is the first one? D. I'm going to click on the D drive. Okay. In the D drive, within the D drive, what is the next folder name? Data science. In that, what is the folder name? 2.course. In that, again, what is the folder name? 1 core Python. In that, what is the folder name? Jupyter notebook. Now here my Jupyter notebook is available. Which Jupyter notebook? 10/03 2025.ipnb file. It is located. Is the point is clear? Wherever your Jupyter notebook is located, that particular folder, entire folder is called as working directory. In your working directory, the user defined module should be available. Point is clear, everyone? For example, if it is not available in your working directory, that is not available. Let us remove this. It is not available here. I'm removing everything. I'm removing. Okay, this file is not available. Okay, now in this case, what happens when you restart the kernel and re-execute? Okay, so when you try to re-execute, it will throw the error. Since it is not available in your working directory, it is going to throw the error. As I've told you, two options are there. In that, one option is what? Your user defined module should be pasted in the working directory. That is one option. And that is the best option. Always, whichever the project related files are there, all the files should be in the one location only. Your IP file, data sets, related modules, whatever is there, everything should be in the single folder. That is the right one, basically. Second option, as I've told you, two options I will tell you. Second option is change the directory. Now, where is your module is available? Your module is available where? In the D drive. Within that, data analytics. Here it is available. Copy this one. What are the path is there? Copy that. Okay. Either you copy here or right click on that. And in the clear properties, you'll have the path. Copy from here. What are the path is there? Copy. And in the Jupyter notebook, CD means change directory. CD, paste that one and click on the enter. And automatically the path will be changed. Now the working directory is, which one is now working directory? In the D drive, data analytics is the working directory. Now if you execute import srk underscore m, it will be imported or not, miss. Now it is going to check. Where it will check now? It will check in the D drive within that data science, within that core Python, it will check there, or it will check in the data analytics. Where it will check? It will check in the D drive data analytics. So now this is your working directory. So in this working directory, user defined module is available or not, it will check. Since it is available, it will be executed. As I've told you, so here just keep the colon and click on the save. Okay, is that clear, guys? Everyone, what are the two options? Option number one is copy user defined module into your working directory, or directly only you change the directory. Two options. Clear? Out of this, which are the option you feel easy, that one is the best choice. Up to here it is clear. Importing the module is clear now. The entire module you have imported. Now what you have imported? Import srk underscore m is the entire module you have imported. What is module means? This entire py. Now this entire py file is working in your RAM. This entire file is there in your RAM. Is the point is clear, guys? Now once you have imported srk underscore m, now in that you have to use the, so you have imported this module, means this entire module is available inside the RAM. Now inside this, what are the functions are there? What are the functions are there? Each function you can use. How to use these functions means, here you have to write the srk underscore m dot add. This is the function. So what it will do, first it will open the srk Python file. What are the file is there? In that it is going to use the add function. For this function, what are the two arguments? We have to give the two arguments. So I'm going to give the two arguments as 10 and 15. What is the answer? It is going to give the 25. Is the point is clear? Now, how you know this is a user defined module function, or it is a normal inbuilt function, or defined user defined function means, here after the module name you have written the dot. Module name dot. Now where it is available? Inside the module. Whether this is a, now tell me, add function is a module function or inbuilt function or user defined function. It is a module function. What is meant by module function? Means a function which is available inside the module. You have to use that function means first you have to import the module. Without importing the module, you can't use the function directly. Point is clear? Now, see, I'm going to import srk underscore m. What are the module is there? As shortcut s. Shortcut I want to give just s. Okay, I'm going to import as s. S dot add. What is meant by s means? S is nothing but srk underscore m. Instead of writing these 5 letters, I am writing only one letter. Alias shortcut. S dot add 10 comma 15. Same. What is the difference between this one versus this one? Means nothing. Just this entire module name you are going to write as a shortcut. Now similarly, import numpy. There is one module called as numpy as np. What is the meaning of this? You are going to import the numpy module as shortcut as np. In the np.array, what is the meaning of this? Inside that module, there is a function called as array. You are using that function. That's it. Point is clear? Now, similarly, I am going to import pandas as pd. What is the meaning of this? You are going to import the entire pandas.py file. What are the entire py file is there? Entire py file you are importing as pd. And in that pd, one of the function name is called as data frame. That is the function name. You are going to use the function. That function is where it is available? Inside the pandas.py. So from now, we are going to work on the modules only. So module functions you have to understand means first you should know what is function. Now it is clear. To understand functions, what we have to learn? Programs, because inside the functions programs only will be there. So to learn the programs, conditional statements and loops. That is the reason we have learned all these things one by one. Finally, we are going to learn this one only. So now you will understand pd.dataframe. What is meant by pd.dataframe means? PD means pandas. It is a module where it consists of multiple functions. In that, one of the function is data frame. For this function, what are the arguments are there? That arguments I will provide. For this add function, these are the 2 arguments. For this function, what arguments are there? This function I know because I only created in front of you. This function is inbuilt function. So inbuilt functions, how we can know the arguments means? Just click on the shift tab. You will get the help file. You have to understand the arguments. That's it. Points are clear, everyone? Yes or no? Everyone. So now, first step, what is the first step is you have to import the module. One more time. Just I am restarting the kernel. Now you might get a question. Sir, I am going to import the srk underscore m. Okay, this is one. Now I am going to import this one. Okay, so once I am going to import this one, it is going to check whether this module is available in the, where it will check? In the working directory. First it will check in the working directory. Sir, why it will check in the working directory? Because it is not the inbuilt module. If it is an inbuilt module, it will not check in your working directory. For example, sir, how the Python knows it is an inbuilt module or normal module? Import pandas. I'm going to import the pandas like this. So when I'm going to import the pandas, now the Python will, since pandas is an inbuilt module, it will import directly from the wherever you have installed. So your installation process will be there now. At the time, all these py files are installed basically. So when you are trying to install the user defined function, it will check in the working directory. By default, it will check in the working directory. Either you have to change the working directory, or in the working directory, srk._m should be available. So I'm going to use the, instead of srk_m, simply I'm writing the srk. Instead of _m or something, srk. And I write the module name as Siva space Rama space Krishna .py. If I give the name as Siva space Rama space Krishna .py. Now what I have to import here? Import, what you have to import? Siva space Rama space Krishna. Okay, as shortcut srk. You may use as a srk shortcut, but you are going to import the Sivaram Krishna like this. When you try to import like this, since there is a space between them, it will throw the syntax error. So module names also should follow the same variable name syntax. These are also names only. Otherwise, it will throw the syntax error. So let us try. Let us give a try. Sivaram Krishna. What are the Sivaram Krishna.py is there? First, I am going to store this one in the working directory. Okay, I am copying in my working directory. So can you see? This is the IPNB file and this is the py file. Both are them in the same folder. Okay. Now I am going to try to import the Siva Rama Krishna like this. Siva space Rama space Krishna py file is available or not available? Available. But file storing in the PC is different. Loading that one in the Python is different. For storing in the PC, you can give what are the name you are interested. That syntax is different. To load the same file into the Python, for Python syntax is different. We can't load as per your choice. So then what we have to do is, first what are these py files are there now? First rename them. So I'm going to rename Siva underscore Rama underscore Krishna. Now is that okay? Now this module name can be imported. Yes, imported. It can be imported. Now Siva underscore Rama underscore Krishna. Imported. Executed successfully without any error. Now in this, one of the function name, what is the function name? Add. I want to use add or sub or something. Then what I have to write? Siva underscore Rama underscore Krishna dot add of 2, 3. So every time instead of writing this much of big module name, I'm going to import the shortcut as srk. Now, wherever the Sivaram Krishna I have to use, I will use the shortcut as srk.add and it will work. Point is clear? Now, so like this, we are going to work with the module functions. Now, which modules, which functions you can use means srk.sub you can use, srk.sub. I'm going to give only 2. Now, in this module, what are the module inside that? What are the function you have created? In this function, sub was created with how many arguments? 2 arguments. Now you are calling with the 1 argument. Now it will throw the error. Same logic. It is saying that B is missing. Just click on the shift tab. You can see clearly A comma B. 2 arguments are there. So now you have to provide the 2 arguments. That is 2, 3. What is the 2, 3 means? -1. Now similarly srk.mul. And I'm going to click on the shift tab. And what are the arguments means? A, B is equal to 5. How many arguments are there? 2 arguments. In that, one is compulsory, one is default. So I'm going to give the only one value called as 5. Then automatically what is the answer it is going to give? A will be considered as 5. B will be automatically taken as 5. 5 into 5, 25. Now if I write here 5, 2, then A will be considered as 5, B will be considered as 2, and 5 into 2, which is 10. Same logic. Now srk.xyz is the function name. Any function name is available like that? No, if it is not available, attribute error. Each function or each variable is called as attribute. They are the module attributes. Now automatically you'll understand there is a file called as list.py. So whenever you are using the l.append, what happens means it is going to use inside that what are the function is there, that particular function, and it is executing the code basically. They are inbuilt modules. Is the points are clear? Now this function is not available. Which of the functions are not available? It is going to throw the attribute error. Sir, you have created some variable names also, no sir? Along with the function, some variable names. How to use that variable names means srk.x. It is not a function of just variable name. So dot x means what is the x value? Within the srk.x, what is the x value means 90. Now see here, I am writing here x is equal to 50. X is equal to 50. Now if I print x value, what is x value it is going to print? 50 or 90 or 50 or 90 or 50. It is going to give the 50. If I ask print srk.x, within the srk x value is having 90. This is general x value. This is not the part of the srks. Is the point is clear? So just you are going to write the multiple functions and all the functions, how many functions you have created, you are going to store them in the module. And that module you are going to share to the others, and others are just going to import them and they are going to use them. Is the points are clear, guys? Now, next we are going to have like this. I'm going to import. I have told you import SR. Shivaram Krishna I have told you, and shortcut as SRK also I have told you. Next I'm going to import from SRK, that is from Shiva underscore Rama underscore Krishna. From this I'm going to import only add function. Only add. So what is the difference between these two? What is the difference between import? Okay, let us take an example like this. Let us restart the kernel and clear all of them. And this module name also, instead of giving us Shiva underscore Rama underscore Krishna, I'm going to give SRK, simply SRK. Only SRK. Now I'll show you two things. Okay, two options I'm going to show you. Option number one, import SRK, means entire srk.py file will be imported. So what is a py file means srk.py already is available in the working directory. So it is not going to throw the error. And srk.add 2, 3. What is the answer means 5. This everyone knows. Just now I have explained. Second option you are having is from srk import add. And in that add of 2, 3. Now this is also 5. This is one option. This is one option. Now what is the difference? Here two differences are there. Difference number one. Whatever you have imported, from there you have to start. You have imported module name means from the module name you have to start. If you have imported function means you have to start from the function. What you have imported, from there you have to start. This is the point number one, difference. Here you no need to write separately srk.add. Why you no need to write means because you are importing directly add function only. You are not importing srk. Is the point is clear? That is the first one. What is the major difference? This is not the major difference. The major difference is here, observe this one clearly. When you import srk, if you write like this, what happens means in your RAM, the entire py will be loaded. your srk.py will be loaded in the RAM. Okay, the entire file will be loaded, which consists of all the functions and all the variables. Everything will be loaded in the backend of the RAM. Now, if you from srk, if you import only add function, now in your RAM, def of add function, what are the add function is there now? Only that part will be imported. Sub, mul, division, variable names, nothing is imported. Only your function is imported in the RAM. Now, out of these two, which will take more RAM space? This one or this one? Case 1 will have the more space of RAM. It is going to take more space of RAM. For example, in srk.py, I have created 1000 functions. 1000 functions are there. But in that 1000 functions, I'm going to use only 2 functions. Only 2 functions I'm going to use. Now tell me, it is better to import the 2 functions separately or to import the entire srk? Is the point is clear? Sir, if you import all the functions, what happens, sir? Your RAM only will be slow now. Automatically the RAM will be slow, right? The processing time will be increased. Sir, what happens if the processing time increases, sir? Nothing, no. Final answer will be the same now. Okay. If the processing time there is no importance, miss, I'll ask a silly question. Go to the ATM, nearby ATM, and insert the ATM card. After inserting, it will ask what is the language you want to select. Okay. Select either English or Hindi, what are the language you're interested. Click on that. After clicking on that, it will take extra 2 minutes of time to show the next screen. 2 minutes. Only 2 minutes of time it is going to take. Now, in this 2 minutes of time, keep the stopwatch also. Open your mobile phone and see the stopwatch also. 2 minutes of time, it will not show the second screen. Are you going to think that this is also mission only? It is also processing. Slowly it is doing that one. Or RAM is slow inside this one. You will think like this, or you will click on the cancel button continuously and you try to extract the ATM card. What you will do in that case? That is also system only now. It is also doing the process now. Slowly it will do. What is the problem? Are you going to think in this way? No, my money. Though we know the code is something as a software developer also we know inside internally some code is there, it is executing. Though that one we know also still will be in the hurry. Something is happening, my money, something. We know nothing, money will be deducted also. Not even 1 rupee will be deducted. But still, that too I told in the starting language only. After paying the money, after entering the money, then if you get like this error miss, tension will be double. In meanwhile, if you get the SMS and no money miss, tension will be triple. We will think that it is a technical glitch. Okay, we got the SMS like this, again we'll get the money back. Okay, it might be some technical glitch. Will you understand like this? No. So, how these things will work means, first they'll focus on the accuracy. Means, first they want the program. Successfully running the program. After successful running the program, now in the both the options, when we are getting the same answer, second priority will be given to the time. In this class, now I'll ask one question. Who will give the answer first? Let us see. 5 plus 10. Right? In the class, at least 5 to 10 students will give the correct answer now. Which student is the best? All the 15 students are best. So within the correct students, second priority you are going to give the. Now one student has taken 0.0000001 second only, just in a minute second. Okay, microsecond he has given the 14. Now he will be considered as best student. No, right? Then which is the first priority? First priority is always correct answer. Second priority is within the correct answer, who has given the less time. So time is more important, correct answer is more important, miss. Correct answer is first important. Similarly, when we are getting the same thing here, second priority automatically will give the time. So same answer is given by both of them. Second priority automatically goes to the time wise, which will be completed in less time. Right? Now, whenever you are having the more amount of functions, in that less amount of functions only you are going to use, means better to go with the from. From the you import what are the functions are required, only those. Now, out of 1000 functions, you are going to use 998 functions you are going to use. So first, before to this, I told you only 2 functions now. For example, just now I have created how many functions? In this module, how many functions are there? 4 functions are there. In these 4 functions, I want to use only 2 functions. What are the 2 functions? Means one is add, second one is mul. Only these 2 functions. Then how to do that one means from SRK, I'm going to import the add, comma, mul. If I want third function means comma third function. Fourth function means comma fourth function. Like that, how many functions you want? One by one functions you are going to import. Okay. And once you have imported, so here I'm also writing the mul of 2 comma 5. What is 2 comma 5 means 2 into 5, 10. Sir, why it is giving only 10, sir? Why it is not showing this one means here you have not used the print statement. By default, last line will be printed. Here, if you use the print for this one means automatically this one also will show and last line also will show. Okay, by default for the last one, it is automatically included the print. Right? Now, only these 2 functions you have imported. Now, assume you are having the 1000 functions are there. In the module, there are 1000 functions are there. Out of 100 functions, you have to use 100. Are you going to write first function comma, second function comma, third function comma, fourth function comma, like this are we going to write means? No. Since we are going to use multiple functions from that, instead of importing separately one by one separately, simply directly we are going to import the entire module. So pandas we are going to import like this. From instead of using the from pandas, import pandas. Why? Because in the pandas multiple functions we are going to use. How many functions we are going to use means more than 100. 100 functions will use within the pandas. So instead of importing 100 functions separately, comma, 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 like this, entire module will import. So more functions if you are importing means go with the overall import. If any 1 or 2 functions only you are importing means go with this one. Is the point is clear, guys? Everyone? So everyone is clear. Now, here one of the student is asking some question in the chat box. What is that question? Is Pradeep, sir, but we have written as written in that function. Now, so when we call that function, it should return the value. Obviously, it is returning the value. If you want to store in any variable, you can store in a variable. Choice is yours. For example, I want to store in the variable name is I. I is equal to mul of 2 comma 5. And if I print I, what is I miss? It is going to give the 10. You can store in the variable name. Since it is returning, you can store in the variable name. If it is not returning and it is functioning, it is directly printing miss, then you can't store in the variable. If you write in the variable also, it will give the output as none. Pradeep. Right? Sir, if I do want to, if I do any other program in the same kernel, apart from the imported functions, absolutely, you can write separately other functions. Separately, you can write the other functions also. Again, you can create your own functions or you can use the other function like this, length of SRK. Right? Now, sir, can we use keywords in the argument in the modules? Within the modules, we are going to write the variables and functions. Okay. Now, so like this, we are going to import the functions. So here, what are the possibilities of import means? One, import the module name. First one, import example for this. First example, import srk. When you write import srk, what happens? The srk.py entire file will be imported. Now in that particular module, if you want to use any one of the function, means how to write the code for this one? Srk dot, because you have imported srk now, so you have to start from the srk. What is the second one? This is you are going to import the multiple modules. At a time you can import the multiple modules. So multiple py files are there, multiple py files you can import, right? Third one, you are going to import the module as m. So I'm going to import the srk as s. Then here, what is the next line of code I have to write? If I want to use the add function, what I have to write? S dot add. Now in this case, you should not write srk dot add. If you write srk dot add, it will throw the error, because you have not imported srk now. You have imported srk as s. Now everyone that Python knows only s, doesn't know what is srk, right? Now import module 1 as m1, module 2 as m2, like this. You can import as per your choice. Next one is from module import the member. Member means function or variable. Now from srk, I'm going to import add. Now here, to use the add function, what I have to write? Directly add only. No need to write srk dot. Directly you have imported this one, so directly you can use that. Next one is from module, you are going to import the function 1, function 2, function 3. Like that, multiple functions you can import at a time. Next, from module, you can import the member as a shortcut. For example, see here, from srk, I'm going to import add function as a. Now I have imported srk as a na, add function as a na, add function as a. Now if I have to use add function, what I have to write? A of 2, 3. Simple. Instead of add, wherever the add you have to use, shortcut is a. Is the point is clear? So you can import shortcuts. Next, from module import star. This one. This is the again difference. Import srk. What is import srk means? Entire srk.py file will be imported. Now from srk, import, from srk import star. What is the meaning of this? Means all the functions will be imported. In this also all the functions will be imported. In this also all the functions will be imported. In the both the cases, all the functions are imported. Then what is the difference? Here, since you have imported this one, you have to use the srk dot. Here directly you have imported the functions. Directly you have to use the function name only. No need to use srk dot. That is the difference. Is the point is clear? In this example, both the cases, all the functions are loaded. Okay, srk dot add, directly add. Clear, guys? Is the points are clear? Sir, why we no need to use srk dot in this example? Means when you are importing star, it is importing the functions. Means indirectly what happens, when you are doing this one, observe this clearly. When I'm writing from srk import star, when I write like this, what happens means within the srk, whatever is there, it will do the control A, control C and control V here. Means all the functions are stored in the single cell and it will be executed in the backend. Now, if I execute like this in the backend, all the cells, if I execute like this, if I execute in this way, assume I have executed like this. Now, in this case, I have to use add only or srk dot add. Add is sufficient because it has imported what? Internal functions it has imported. It has not imported srk word. It has went into the srk and what are the functions are there? It has imported. That is the difference. Is that clear? Everyone. Now, I'll ask one more question. In the pandas, there is a series function. This is pandas dot py. Okay, inside that there is a function name is called as series, where s is caps lock, not created by me. It is inbuilt. So inbuilt, whatever they have created, I have to use the same. I can't write small s. If I write small s, it will throw the attribute error. Small s series is not there. Now if I write here import srk dot caps lock add 2 comma 3. What is the answer? What is the answer of this one? If I execute this one, error. What error? Attribute error. It says that there is no function name called as add. At least add is available. This one is available? No. Caps lock add a. This is available. So what are the function name is available? That function only will be imported. Other function names will not be imported. Okay, every function name is case sensitive. Now within the pandas, I'm having the function name is called as series. There is a function called as series. Now tell me guys, how to import this particular function? I have to use this function. Now how to use this function? What are the options are there for me? One, import pandas as PD. If I have imported pandas as PD, then what is the code I have to write here? PD dot series. Okay. Now, if I import like this, import pandas. Now, in this case, pandas dot series. I have to write like this. Okay. Now, from pandas, I am going to import series. Now, in this case, what I have to write? Directly, I am going to write series. Now, if I import from pandas, I am going to import series as yes. Now, what I have to write? Now, from pandas, I am going to import star. What I have to write here? Series. Is the point is clear, everyone? So based on your import, the next line of code will be decided. Finally, answer will be the same. Clear, guys? So now here we have discussed the user defined module. Now just we have completed user defined module. So here user defined module is I have imported the SRK. And one of the student is asking some question in the chat box. Let us take the question. Now, over then, if x is equal to 90, y is equal to 50, arguments inside the function is a comma b. Now we have to give some values to get the output. How we can use the values as x comma y. Now, within the function, what are the arguments you are using now? Those arguments are called as local variables. They are the local. They are applicable only for that. For example, if I import the SRK, okay, SRK dot add of 2 comma 3. If I write like this, what is a value? What is b value? 2, a is 2, b is 3. Only for that particular function. If I ask after this, okay, after importing, now I'm asking here, print A. What is the A value? Print A. What is the answer? Name error. Why it is not storing in the A as 2 miss? That is only for that particular function. Once the function was completed, the variable is also deleted. Only that particular function, it will be used for that particular function. They are called as local variables. Now, if I write here separately, A is equal to 50. I'm writing separately A is equal to 50. SRK dot add of 2 comma 3. Now, A value will be considered as 2 or 50. 2 only. For this particular function, A is this one, B is this one. Only for that particular function. Now, here if I ask print A, what is the A? It is the 50. For this particular function, A is different, B is different, overall A is different. This is called as global variable and this is called as local variable. Point is clear? Local means that will be applicable only for that. Global means overall. Clear, guys? Over then. Is your question is clear now? Done. Right. Now I'm going to import the SRK. Now after importing the SRK, so now SRK dot add 2 comma 3. What is the answer of 2 comma 3? 5. SRK dot sub 2 minus 3 minus 1. SRK dot mul. What is the answer? Which is 2 into 3, 6. SRK dot div 2 by 2 comma 3. That is nothing but 2 by 3. 2 by 3 means which is nothing but 0.66. Now SRK dot sum of 2 comma 3. What is the answer? It is going to give the error called as attribute error. There is no sum. There is no particular function what you are asking. That function is not available within the SRK. Now SRK dot add of 2 comma 3 comma 5. What is the answer? It is again error that the function was created with 2 arguments. You are calling the arguments with 3. So this function will take only 2 arguments, but 3 arguments are given. What is positional arguments? Positional arguments means sequential order. Already we have discussed what are the different types of arguments. So keyword arguments, positional arguments, default arguments, and arbitrary arguments. Right? SRK dot x. X is available? Yes. What is the value of x? 90. Which is the part of SRK. Right? Now, so these are all the user defined module. Now similarly, inbuilt modules are there. Now what is meant by inbuilt module means? Module means having some functions. This is an inbuilt module. Inside that already functions are there. Code is not available, but what is the use of that function we know. So now I'm going to import the math. Math is the module. So within the math.py means math is the module means some math.py is available. Inside that multiple functions are available. Multiple functions are there like this. Now what are the functions are there inside that module? How I can know? Means just you have to see the help file. I have purchased a product, a new washing machine. Inside that what options are there means what, how I can know? What I have to do? I have to read their manual, user manual, whatever is said that I have to read. Without reading that one, how I can understand what are there? Because that is new to me now. This is also new to me. Math module I have not worked till now. This is the first time I am working. So I have to work on the first time means what are the functions are available, I have to learn. So what functions are there, how I can learn means I have by seeing the help file only. Without seeing the help file, no person knows that what are there inside that. Directly you know how to use the Tesla car. Without reading the user defined module or someone is not going to explain for you, directly you know that how to use her. Either we have to read the help file or someone has to explain to us. Then only we can use a new product. Same logic. Here, either you have to learn on your own or I have to explain. What are the functions are there inside the math module? So which are the functions means these are the functions. So It is a built-in module. Built-in module or inbuilt module, both are same. Now, what is the name of the module? Means math. Math is the module name. Inside this, these are the functions. Sir, functions are there. Where is the code, sir? I told you now. For all the inbuilt functions, codes will not be visible. If the codes are visible and everything is visible, means we will create in the similar manner. So they will not disclose the codes. They will tell only what argument it will take, what output it will give. It will not give the code. But see, now for example, in this one of the function I am having, what is the function name is? Let us take an example like this. This is the function name. exp is the function. I don't know what is exp. First time I am saying exp is the function. exp is the function, and this exp function I have to use. Now what is this exp function will do means it is going to return the e power of the x. So this function will take how many arguments? 1 arguments. What is that argument? X is the argument. And what is the output it is going to give? E power to that one. So for example, if I have to use this function, what I have to write? I have imported math. Within the math exp. How I have to write? Math dot exp. Now inside this, how many arguments I have to provide? 1 argument only. I am going to provide 1. Now what is the x value is equal to? 1. Now what is the output I am going to get? E power of 1. So e power 1. Literally it is writing e power 1. Whatever the answer you will get, that one only. Okay, exp. So from in mat dot e. So e power, as in the calculator, yes, everyone knows e power. What is e means? Just I think most of you have used the scientific calculator. In the scientific calculator, you will have with respect to e power. Okay, for example, 1 e power of, what is the e power 1? 2.71. Just e power 2, e power 3. So this is just giving the e power. So this function is giving the output as e to the power of, right? E to the power of. Now, for example, if I take here 5, what is the meaning of this? It is going to give the output as e power 5. In the calculator, let us open the calculator and 5 e power 5. What is the e power 5? Where is the power symbol? One minute. Here. Okay, done. E power 5. What is e power 5 means? 148.441. Okay, 148.41. So e power 5 means 148.41. What is the value of e? 2.71. 2.71 is the value of e. Right? Now, next, coming to the factorial. There is a function called as factorial. What it is going to give? So how to use this function? How to use this function? First tell me. Mat dot factorial is the function. Inside this function, how many arguments I have to provide? 1 argument, any number of your choice. Then what it is going to return for me? Factorial of that particular number. So if I write here 5, it is going to give the 5 factorial. That is nothing but 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1, which is 120. Right? So if I give the negative number, it is saying that it is going to give the value error if x is negative or non-integer, means float values. So I'm going to get the value error. So whenever I take the factorial of any number, for example, if I take 4, what is the factorial of 4? 4 into 3 into 2 into 1, which is nothing but 24. Right? Is the points are clear? Next, if I want to use one more function, in this only one more function, Sir, other functions are there? No, sir. Why you are not explaining those functions? Means we are not going to use in data science. Then why do we explain that one? But functions are available, no, sir. Functions are available not for data analytics now. This is math function. Other mathematician roles are there, right? They are going to use that functions. You are only not only the person who will use math module, right? Other people are also going to use. So what are the functions they required? They are going to learn. Sir, how I can know which functions are useful, which functions are not useful? How I can know that? Means for that reason only I am here to explain all the important functions related to that particular module. Which are I am explaining in the class modules. In that module, these are the functions. Only those functions are useful. Other functions are not useful. Simple. Right? Now, so like this, next, this is called as log. Now, if I want to use this log function, how to use the log function? mat.log of. So log of, I'm going to give here 100 or okay. What is the mat.log of 100? So just I open the calculator. In the calculator, I'm going to give the 100 for this log. What is the value? 4.6. So same answer you are going to get. Sir, one more time in the calculator. See here. This is log. Okay. First I'm going to take the 100 and for the 100 I'm going to apply the ln. Sir, why you are applying ln? Log is there, no. What is the difference between these two? Means log to base 10, log to base e. Log to base 10 is called as log. Log to base e is called as ln. Now here in this function, it is going to use what base as? What is the base it is going to use? E. E means it is equal to ln. Sir, for example, I want the base to the 10, sir. Log to base 10 means this one. And once you click on this log to base 10, what is the output? 2. I want that one, sir. Then you have to use here one more function called as log to base 10. Can you see that one? That function you have to use. mat.log to base 10. This is the function name. Inside the bracket, give the 100. Then it will give the output as 2. Is the point is clear? So like this, we are having the different types of inbuilt functions within the max. Okay. Now, so this is one more function. Sir, what is this log, sir? What is this e power, sir? All these things I don't know. Just ignore. As of now, it is not important. If it is important, I'll explain. As of now, it is not important. Just you can ignore. Okay. Just to show you that functions. So functions will be available. Now, what is here hash? It is an argument. No, it indicates that arguments are completed. So this function includes how many arguments? Only 2 arguments, not third argument. There are no 3 arguments. As one of the student in the chat box has written that. Okay, Renuka. So that is not the argument. Only one argument it is going. So here math.pow. So math.pow is there. For pow, how many arguments I have to consider? For this particular function, how many arguments? Only 2 arguments. And what it is going to return? Return the x to the power of y. So here I'm going to use that one. So math.pow. Okay. math.pow. math.pow. Inside this, I'm going to give only 2 arguments. No need to write comma, slash, anything. Only 2 arguments. Renuka, is your question is clear? Now it is going to give the output as 2 power 3. What is 2 power 3? 8. Clear, guys? Everyone? Any questions on inbuilt module? Now there is one more module that is also inbuilt. Sir, if you observe clearly, in this math module, what are the functions I have explained for you? What are the functions? Tell me, what are the functions? One is log, Second one is exp. Third one is power, POW. Now, for example, if you are having one more function called as sqrt, what is sqrt function? What is the meaning of sqrt? Means it is going to give the square root of value. So how to use this function? Mat dot sqrt of, for example, I'm going to give 4. Means what is the meaning? Means square root of 4, and it is going to give the output as 2. Clear, guys? So these are the functions which we have discussed. So only these functions are important in the real life of data analyst within the math module. Remaining functions we are not going to use in the data analyst role. Within the math module, we are not going to use. Right? Clear, guys? Everyone? Now, as one of the student is asking next question. What is the next question is? Ishwar, sir, could you explain once how to save the module in the file? Just whatever the name, what are the functions are there, user defined functions, everything is stored in the notepad and give the name as some name.py. While storing in the notepad, click on the save as. While clicking on the save as, give the name of the file .py also. Along with the name of the file, along with the .py. In that way, you have to save. Is that clear, Ishwar? Next module is called as random module. The module name is called as random. In this random module, we are again having the some functions. In that, one of the function is called as random. This is the function name. Within the random module, the function name is called as random. Now, if I click on the shift tab, now tell me guys, how many arguments it is going to take? What is the number of arguments this function? This function was created with no arguments. So while calling this function, how many arguments you have to call? No arguments. Function was created with no arguments, while calling also no arguments. What this function will give? What is the output of this function? It is going to return some value between 0 to 1. Between the 0 to 1, it is going to give randomly some value. Every time you execute, every time you will get the 1 number, random number between 0 to 1. Between 0 to 1, you are going to get randomly one value. Right? Now, for example, if you want the 5 numbers like this, first number, second number like this, you want the 5 numbers. Then what you are going to do? You are going to repeat the code for 5 times. So for I in range of 5, random dot random. So 5 times. Same code was repeated for 5 times. So you are going to get 5 numbers. Sir, I want 500 numbers. Same code you repeat for 500 times. It is going to pick randomly 500 numbers. So how many times you want to repeat? Write that one. One time only means write one time. Multiple times means write multiple times. That is nothing but loop. Next, we are having one more function. What is that one more function is called as rand int. Within the random module, there is one more function called as rand int. Now tell me, what is this function takes? What is this? How many arguments it will take? 2 arguments. What it is going to return? So random integer between a comma b. So starting number, ending number, you are going to provide. It will provide any one number randomly. So I'm going to write the starting number as 10, ending number as 100. Okay. Now what it is going to give? What is the output if I execute the code? Any one number between 1 to 100. Float number? No, only integer. It will give the only the integer between 1 to 100. One number. Now, if I write in the Google, here I'm writing the random number generator. Here I'm writing here 1 to 100 and I'm going to click on the generate. So it is generating one number. What is the backend code? What is the backend code of this? Random.randint is the backend code of this. Your lottery will be decided now by choosing any one number. So lottery tickets, they'll create some numbers, right? Some starting number, ending number. What are the starting number and ending number they will give here, and they'll click on this. Automatically, lucky draw will be selected. Sir, I want to select 5 numbers, sir. From 1 to 100, I want to select 5 numbers. What you have to do? Same code you have to repeat for 5 times. Just you write the code inside the for loop. Same code will be executed. One time, second time, like that it will be executed. 3 times it will, 5 times it will be executed. Point is clear? Now, next one is rand range. What is this function? What is this function? How many arguments it is going to have? 3 arguments. Out of which compulsory how many? 1. Remaining 2 are optional. So I have given here 5, 10, 1. What is the meaning of this? So it is going to take from starting to ending with the step. So between 5 to 10, it is going to give the any one number. Sir, here also the same thing, no sir. Okay. Now what is the difference between here to here means in this 1 to 100, I'm going to get all the any number. I may get even number or odd number, but I want to choose only the even numbers. Only the even numbers. Then what I'm going to do is 2 comma 100 with the increment of 2 means first it will apply the range function. What is the range of 2 to 100 with 2? 2, 4, 6, 8 like this. That is range function. Rand range means what? Randomly selecting one number in the given range. So always it will give the even number only, right? Whether you will get the odd number? No. But here even number is possible, odd number also possible. But here only even number. Now I want the numbers which are divisible by 10 only. I want the numbers which are divisible by 10. I mean 10, 20, 30, 40. Only these numbers. In that any one number has to be picked randomly. Then what is the code? 10 comma 100 with an increment of 10. So obviously it is going to select randomly within this. So first it will apply the range function. In that range, it is going to select any one. Basically, it will apply the range. In the given range, it will select randomly one number in the given range. Point is clear, guys? Rand range means. Next one is called as choice. Now, what is meant by choice? Again, open. So here they are writing the random dot choice, and inside that bracket, what you have to provide? Argument. Only one argument. What is that argument is called as SAQ. That is the argument name. So it is going to select randomly one number from the given sequence. What is the sequence? String is considered as sequence or not? String is considered as a sequence or not? Yes. List? Yes. Tuple? Yes. Set? Sequence as a sequence. So do you remember for loop? For loop can be applied on what? What is meant by for loop? For each item in the sequence. Do you remember that one? And at the time I told you what are the sequence options? String followed by list, tuple, set, dictionary, and range. These are all called as sequence. Whether int is considered as sequence, float is considered as sequence, bool, no. So I told you already, sequence means which are considered as sequence. So here I'm having the list. What is the list means? Sunny, Bunny, Chinny, and Winnie. 4 names are there. Out of these 4 names, it has to pick one. And if I execute, it will pick any one of them randomly. Is the point is clear, everyone? Yes or no? That's it. So this is the modules, concept modules. Everyone is clear? If anyone has any questions, you can ask. So what are the different types of modules we are having, miss? So user defined modules and inbuilt modules. And in the user defined module, I have already explained. Within the inbuilt module, I have covered two modules. One is called as math module. Second one is called as random module. Now in the tomorrow's class, we are going to discuss NumPy. Tomorrow and day after tomorrow, we are going to complete the NumPy. And when after Thursday and Friday, we'll complete the pandas. Right? So NumPy and pandas. To understand those only, we have completed all these things. So tomorrow's class is going to be important. Okay? Of course, as we know, every class is equally important. If you miss one of the class, for example, one student has missed today's class, whether he'll understand tomorrow's import NumPy miss, without understanding, he has to write blindly. Basically, he will not understand, but still he will write the code, import NumPy, though he doesn't understand also. Right, guys? Don't miss any of the class in between. If you are having any questions, you can ask. Otherwise, you can leave. Yeah, I'm going to upload the notes. Within the core Python only, the notes will be uploaded. Just give me a minute. Within the core Python folder itself, the modules notes will be uploaded. Functions already have uploaded. 1 minute, 1 minute. Just a minute. Yeah. I'm uploading one more time. Yeah, guys, I have uploaded. Could you check once? Functions and along with the modules also. Both of them are uploaded. Check once now. Available both functions and along with the modules. Modules are also uploaded. Done. If you're not having any questions, you can leave. Online students who are having the questions, stay back. Don't leave. Stay back and ask what are the doubts you are having. Sapna, could you check once now? Yeah, Govardhan Reddy. Sir, default pandas is a inbuilt. But when you are executing, why it is not showing green color, sir? Pandas, what are the modules are there now? Modules will not be shown in the green color. Only the keywords. Keywords will be shown in the green color. Keywords. That is the module name. Scikit-learn will not be covered. Seaborn will be covered. Scikit-learn is not. Scikit-learn is machine learning. Tomorrow. Yeah, Ishwar, save the code in a file and name it as some name .py file. Save it as .py file. And Govardhan, are you there? have you left? Right? Ishwar. So just you are going to write in a notepad. Just open one notepad file. In the notepad file, open one document. What are the document you are having? Just try to open the document in a notepad file. After opening the notepad file, just type the codes. I mean, what are the functions are there? Write the functions. After writing the functions, while clicking on this one, click on the save as. While clicking on the save as, write as srk.py. Right? Is the point is clear? Ishwar. First you open the notepad. In the notepad you write the functions. After that click on the save as. And while clicking on the save as I said .py file. Point is clear? Anyone? Still any questions? If anyone has any questions, you can ask. What are the questions you have? Just import the module name, Ishwar. Just in the Jupyter notebook, click on the import. Ishwar, I think in the starting, have you missed the class? Okay, first few minutes you have missed the class, right? Done. Not a problem. Just you can go through the recording once. You can go through the recording once, or you can connect with the mentor and you can share your screen and ask what are the doubt you are having. Right? Done. If I start repeating, Ishwar, don't think in a wrong way. If I start repeating for you, miss, other students also will start joining lately from tomorrow, 10-15 minutes late, and they'll say that SRK sir will explain one more time. So they'll take the advantage of like this in a native way. We don't know, right? Remaining students, how they will behave. So if I start doing like this means, everyone will think that, okay, first 10 minutes, if you don't attend also, anyways, he will explain one more time. Now, if I don't repeat means what happens? Okay, so he will not repeat. So exactly at 7:30, we have to join the class. That is the reason. Is that point is clear now? Yeah, Renuka, what series will do? So when we enter into the pandas, we'll discuss. Tomorrow we'll discuss the NumPy. Within the NumPy, what array will do. First we'll understand in the NumPy what array will do. So when we enter into the pandas, what series will do. Done. No questions now? I think.